Lady Lily back with another video, and this is the review of the Housewives of Potomac, season 4, episode 9, Days of Our Knives. So the show picks back up where it left off last week. Um, Pretty much the fight between Ashley and Candace. Chris pulled Candace to the side and pretty much told her that she has to control her emotions and stop letting people get the best of her. Karen steps out to comfort her as well. So they're doing that. Meanwhile, that is going on. Giselle drops the bomb about Michael and about what he wanted to do to somebody, fill it in the blank, and Ashley said that was not true. Giselle said Robin was there, and it's kind of like tossing Robin under the bus a little bit. And Robin said she thought she was in a twilight zone, but she was not. And, Michael said a comment about what he would like to do orally. Then the Katie Amastar quote came up, and all the shit just started coming out pretty much. So everything that's been held in, held back, or said by another party is pretty much coming out during this segment. Candace comes back, and they are back and forth, and Ashley then Candace comes back and they're back and forth. Her and Ashley. Then Candace was like, "Get the hell up out my house." Ashley leaves, and Katie and Giselle goes to talk to her. They encourage her to go back in, and say try to work it out. At least try to understand what's going on. Come back in there so they can figure that out. Cause maybe they're on to something else. And which the girls, as they arrived back in, they thought the girls was on to another conversation, but they was not. Ashley pretty much comes back to address what was said about Michael. Karen said that she should have not come back in because she was asked to leave. Ashley said that Ashley asked Robin to explain what was said again. Robin said she would not make that stuff up. In fact, that's why she didn't bring it up pretty much because she wasn't sure about what she heard was right. Ashley kept saying, "You're lying, you're lying, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true, not true." Then Chris interjects and confirms that he also heard it because he was standing right next to Robin when it was said. Ashley still is in denial, still in denial about what's been going on. They claim that Ashley had heard it too, and that's why she skedaddled Michael up on out of there. But Ashley says she don't recall that. She's saying that's not true. It's just simply not true. Ashley said, not true again. Candace jumped up and down. Karen's like, you need to talk to Michael. She was like, go home, talk to Michael, sort this out. Meanwhile, Candace officially puts Ashley out and slams the door behind her. Katie is leaving out, but Monique wanted to explain to her about the comment the comment that she wants to address her about the comment that was said, and Monique was pretty much saying it was misconstrued. Meanwhile, construed. Katie was just pretty much saying she's been, doing her own hair. She's been wearing her hair pulled back because it's so hot and she doesn't have air conditioning at the moment. So they really haven't really finalized that, but Monique just wanted to, state her case. Meanwhile, Ashley Aston came back into the damn house. And even Monique was like, girl, why are you back in this house? You was actually not once, but twice. Candace, like, I told you to get, Candace was like, get the hell out. Why are you back? So Ashley and Katie left finally, and they're recapping on the conversation in the car on the way out. Katie was like, well, is Michael gay? Has he dabbled with men? What is going on? And Ashley was like, no, he does not like men. She then go to the point where she's actually questioning Robin's friendship because she's saying why she held it to her, why she held it from her instead of giving her a call, bringing it to her attention up front. She's feel like Robin is pretty much not being genuine about addressing this matter with her. Candace goes and calls her mother. Apparently, this is a difficult call she has to make to her mother, and Chris is by her side. She calls to tell her mom that she pretty much booked an appointment to see a therapist, and her mom was like, okay, she has agreed to go. Ashley is sage in her house. She's, using her prayer beads. She's meditating. She's going back and forth. She said when she came home, she told Michael what happened, and he's questioning, like, why are they even friends with these people? Who are these people? And why be bothered with these girls? Because of course they always just want to make up stuff. So Michael's furious. Monique and Chris goes to work out, and she's recapping the night at the dinner table and the situation. Chris is like, that shouldn't even been brought up. If she didn't hear it and it was something that people thought they heard but couldn't confirm that they heard or not sure they heard, he said it should have just been left alone, which I sort of kind of agree with Chris. Um, you know, Monique's wanted to know. Monique said her question is she wanted to know which hubby of the housewives he wanted to get up with. She said that's her question, and Chris was like, "No, it wouldn't be me." And she said, "Yeah, because you have too much to handle for Mike." And then they started laughing. So they go. As I said, they was coming to work out. The workout begins, and Monique is getting it. She's 13, 14 weeks pregnant at this point, and she is hanging in. And meanwhile, Chris, who is an athlete or former athlete, he's struggling, but he said it was a good workout. But Monique was getting it. I mean, she kept up. She did not let her pregnancy stop her at all. Giselle meets up with Ashley. She just wrapped up her rehearsal for the event. Remember, she's going to perform at Virginia Gay Pride. So Giselle thought she stopped by, talk to Ashley, and see how she's doing. Giselle told Ashley that Cameron pretty much threw her under the bus after she left, and they flashback showing what Karen was saying. She's hurt, and hurt people, and she's miserable. That's why she's doing all that she's doing and lashing out. And yeah, so Ashley is now not sure about her friendship with Karen. She was saying, Karen is fake. Giselle is pretty much a shit starter. She just, you ever notice Giselle keeps stuff going. She just keeps it moving, even when it seems like it's a pause or a stop. Giselle keep pushing the resume button, and she keeps on with the bull crap. Giselle said we got to work through this. We got to mend the relationship. She said she will talk to Robin and the rest of the girls, and we're gonna work to get back on track. Miss Dorothy and Candace is on their way to see Mr. Ken, who is also Giselle's therapist. Dorothy said it's time for her to cut back, and then Candace saying that her words and her actions by saying cut is just a reflection of you still taking care of me. Cut, and her acronyms of cut and motions. Just Candace thinks is shady. So the ladies arrive. The session with Mr. Ken begins. He had a couple of rules. He said he only want one person talking at a time. And then the second rule is that Miss Dorothy needed to let him be the therapist, and she needed to take her therapist hat off. Candace was, telling him why they're here, what was going on. And meanwhile, Candace's mom kept interjecting, saying not true, making comments. And Mr. Ken had to stop her. Candace starts to cry. And she was like, her mom was like, she's always crying. It's her way for people to feel sorry for her or be seen. Of course, the mom goes to the point where she said, I pay her bills. Candace made it a known fact that her mom is not paying all her bills. She said that at this point, her mom is paying a portion of the mortgage. And according to Candace, back even when she came on last season, she stated that her mom pays for half of the mortgage, pays for a portion of the mortgage, and Chris pays for a portion of the mortgage, and she pays for a portion of the mortgage. So they split the mortgage. Mr. Kidd said that Dorothy is simply not listening to Candace because what she is saying is her reality. And Candace is pretty much letting her know as a threat, if things does not change, if there's no growth, if there is no production, she is pretty much gonna be done. Meaning she's willing to cut her mom off. Period. It's the day of Ashley's show, and she's getting ready. She wants a blue smoky eye. She said it's Pride Day. Pride Day, we want to go out and go big, So, meanwhile, Giselle, Kai, and Robin is on their way to see Ashley perform. Robin got a purple wig on, looks kind of cute on her, it's different. And they're drinking and having a good time. Giselle FaceTimes Ashley, and she is excited that she's on the way. She's say hi to Kai, and then they show Robin. It was like Ashley is like, oh, hey, like, why is she coming? That's what Ashley thought was pretty much inside of her head, as to why is she coming, and they hang up with her. They discuss the situation with Mike, and Kai was like, well, who do he want? Who does he want out of the guys? It is showtime for Ashley, and she's performing. She has a festy, feisty little outfit on. Her brothers perform with her, and Giselle, Robin, and Kai, they make it just in time to, capture the performance. Afterwards, after the performance, they're pretty much sitting back, people watching, taking in the scene, waiting for Ashley to come out and greet them. Ashley finally comes out, greets everybody. Ashley said that Robin was pretty much, co-signing with the shade about Michael. Robin said she knew what was said, and she doesn't have to lie about what she heard. Robin said, it's funny that Ashley can go and pry into, other people's lives, and they were showing how Ashley was prying into Robin's life various times throughout the seasons, and they was actually showing how she was prying into Karen and whoever else's lives. But it says it's funny how nobody can pry into hers. Ashley and Robin have a little back and forth, not a big to do, but Ashley is pretty much saying is Robin's not being a friend. She don't want to talk about this anymore. She's done, and she pretty much walks off. So that is pretty much the episode in a nutshell. The saga continues, so we'll see what happens next week. I'm sure some things are going to happen with Chris and Candace. I think the thing about Michael is going to, that situation that Michael had in the media, and the accusations that's going to come out, and the girls are getting ready to attend Katie's hoedown. So that is it. That is all. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Are you liking my new braids? I got braids because, yeah, my hair and this heat and humidity is not popping right now. So I got me what they call some lemonade braids. They are starting to, I just like to play around with it. They are starting to ease up because they hurt like hell. Like, my head was on fire. It was just like I felt like my brain got braided. That's how tight. Like, I did not sleep the first night at all. I slept a little better last night because that was day 2. This is day 3. I'm feeling a little better, so hopefully I can get better sleep. But it is so uncomfortable. They braid them so tight. The girl who did it told me you should be at least hold this style for a month. I'm gonna hold her to that because I'm gonna be looking forward not to have to comb my and rake through my hair. I can just pretty much get up and go. So I'm gonna stop blabbing. But thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good evening.